right, ladies, let's walk through how to use your fitness app. This is the app that you're going to find all your workouts in here, the exercise demo videos, where you can log how much weight you lift and also track your progress in your body stats. So it's pretty much where everything is going to be. Now, to download this app, you do get a personalized link emailed to you, and it comes from the Fitness Life. Once you download it, you should see the white icon and then just click on it and it will load your information. Not the first time I've been in this app, so it's already set up, but as it's your first time, it will guide you through and ask you questions to get to this point. And before we talk about the dashboard though, I just want to make sure that you have all of your profiles set up. Down on the bottom right, click on more, then click on your name. This is where you can have your profile picture uploaded, your email address, your birthday, height, and age. Height and age and your birthday all is important, and especially your gender, before your measurements. So make sure you have those in there. It will give you a warning when you try to do measurements if you don't put those in there. I don't need your phone number, but the email you do use to log in. But make sure you put in a profile picture. Okay, so also some other things you'll find in the More menu. Of course, the social media buttons at the top. That's where you can find me on Facebook and Instagram. Then the payment information, just a little side note about this. This is only if you purchased one of my 6 weeks programs. That is not what I use for the month-to-month online training. Do not update your credit card in there because I use a different avenue. If you do need to update your credit card for your month-to-month online training, just send me an email and we will get that worked out. Settings and notifications is nice because this is where you can pick and choose how you get notifications. If you only want them in the app, if you want an app and an email notification. You can also click on video quality and choose always fastest. That way the demonstration videos don't take up so much of your time downloading in the gym with bad Wi-Fi. And just some other things in here that you can pick and choose with your personal profile. All right, let's go back to the dash. Now your dash is where you will be able to just see your overall fitness and as far as how many workouts you've done, your cardio, your weight, and your progress photos. Those 4 numbers right there are buttons. If you wanted to see your stats and your body stats, click on your current weight. You can then pick any of these little numbers and it will show you a graph. With this graph, down here at the bottom, you can click on the words so you can see your body weight, your body fat, giving you a really good visualization as what's going on and seeing how you're doing. If you want to get out of this, then just grab this little arrow at the top and drag it down, and then it will get you out of there. And then to get out of this screen, just hit the X. Now, if you scroll down on the dashboard, you'll also see personal best, recently any exercises that you've done really well at. And then if you hook up your nutrition to MyFitnessPal, then you can also see your stats. To connect it to MyFitnessPal, that is in the More menu. And you see here how it says connect apps and devices. This is where you can connect to all of these devices and apps. Plans is where all of your workouts are. At the very top of your plans, you could potentially have my meal guidance that I've given you. That's a PDF document. You can go ahead and click on this and it will download. It has just some guidance on how to make sure you eat enough protein, what is enough protein, how to pick your carbs. So again, just a lot of little reminders that I like to tell all my clients. At the beginning of your training plan up here at the top, I will usually give you a description as to what to expect. You can see here, I'm on week 1 through 3. This is the online month-to-month personal training example. And I've got document links in here. I've got video links just to better prepare you to get started. Because especially this is week 1 through 3. So you're a newbie and I got to walk you through all of it. Down here below, we've got day 1s, day 2s, and so forth, and home workouts. This is just a guidance as to potentially doing those in order. You do not have to do them in order. You do not have to do all of them. I am not going to force you to do all of these. These are just some guidance on what you can do. But if you go ahead and click on a workout, it should load a little preview. And then you can decide whether that's the one you want to do that day or not. And then you can hit the X to go back. Down here at the very bottom, when we go to calendar, this is a really good way for you to program and plan out your week, what day you want to do what exercises and so forth. And that way you can hold yourself accountable. You'll see if I scroll up, if you ever leave a little icon empty, you can see how those are filled in with white. That means that you missed them and you didn't complete them. Whereas if you track them, then you can see that they're filled in with a little check mark. Okay, so if we go ahead and just hit the word today, That brings up everything I can add on to today. You can also hit this little plus sign up here in the top right to do so. Either way, you're going to go ahead and hit where you want to add your item. And you're going to add workout, cardio, body stats. It just depends on what you're wanting to do. So let's go ahead and let's do a full body one, day 3. So clearly not having to do it in order. When I add that to the scheduler, now when I want to do it, I'm just going to go ahead and click on it. Down here at the very bottom, I have check-in and I also have track. Check-in is I literally just want to mark it as completed. I went through it, I saw it, I don't need to put in all the weights or anything like that. And then track is really what's going to hold you accountable because you can see when you've done an exercise before, you can see what weight you did last time. This is really important to keep yourself accountable and to not hit a plateau. So we're going to go ahead and track. All right, so here on day 3, at the very top, it does have a little note about cardio. We're supposed to do 15 to 20 minutes, and you get to pick the machine. The heart rate goal is 70 to 80%. And if you're using a MyZone heart rate zone, that would be really easy to track. Okay, so here we've got round 1. It's a superset of 3 rounds. And the first exercise is a dumbbell deadlift RDL. And so if you're like, well, I have no idea what that is, then just click on this little picture and it will have the video there, but then it will also have any of your stats if you've done this before. When you go to record that, you see right underneath where it says dumbbell, it says 10. That's how many reps I want you to do. So we can say we did 10 reps. Now this is our first one. So let's say maybe we did 20 pounds. Didn't really know exactly what weight to pick, so we just did 20. And then the next exercise, this is a superset. So these are back to back, and I have a video explaining what supersets are too. But this is back to back, so then we're supposed to do a Bosu plank for 30 to 45 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and say we did 30, barely, because it's our first time. And then as you can see, it starts to go back to the first exercise. So as you go, maybe you get stronger and you're like, yep, 20 pounds was way too light. I went up to 30. You don't have to do the same weight every round. You can go up as you go. Now, one thing I want you to notice too is notice that bright orange bar on the left-hand side. If I scroll down a little bit more, see how where it changes? Now we're on to the next superset of exercises. Now this one is saying cardio jump squats and narrow cable row. Well, that sounds fun. So we're going to put in here, we did 15 reps of squat jumps because we do what our trainer says, always. Here on the cable row, we did 10 reps of maybe, let's say, 80 pounds. And then we would just keep on going. Now, if you do not have a machine or it's not available, you see these 3 dots on the right-hand side. You can definitely change out these exercises. There's no way that I'm going to be able to force you to do them. So if it's taken or you're not able to do that, you can hit the 3 dots and hit substitute, and you are able to search for an alternative. The idea is if it's a back exercise, pick a back exercise. If it's a cardio exercise, pick a cardio exercise. If it's an ab, So let's just try to stick with what I was aiming for. So I clicked on, actually, I don't remember. Oh, the narrow row. Okay, so I'm going to substitute a back exercise. So maybe I'm going to type in the row and let's see what else is there. We are going to replace the narrow cable row, so I don't want to pick that one, but maybe let's do a barbell upright row, or we could do a band row. We could scroll down. Let's do a bent over row. Okay, and then we're going to hit substitute. The one thing I want you to kind of keep in mind is when you substitute an exercise, you lose the number of reps I suggested. So maybe you want to keep an eye on what that said before you substitute, or you just make it up and you say, well, I did 10 of 45 pounds. And again, I have a video on how to record your weight to better explain how to best do that. And that should be in your workout descriptions. All right, so as you go through this, you can just see and document everything that you've done. And actually, here's the cool thing. So this very bottom one, I've done these dumbbell lateral raises before. You see that number on the right-hand side where I've done 12 with 12.75 pounds? That is my history. So that way I know that I could aim for that. If we click on that video too, you can also see where I started. That was back in November, and that was set 1. I did 10 pounds, it did 10 pounds, and then I did 12.75. That's probably a typo. I've never seen a 12.75 dumbbell. So maybe it's a 12.5. Okay, and then we can go back. All right, so when you're all done, I do usually put the cardio at the very bottom. It says don't forget to add cardio. Or if you want to add a note to the end, you can. Notes are really good for me and for you. I actually wake up to an email of everyone that completed their workout, and I can also read your notes. So it's kind of fun to see if, let's say, the cable row was taken and I had to switch to bent over row, something like that, right? Or today was awesome, I feel strong, today was hard, something like that. So feel free just to, document for yourself, but also I do see it. So tell me how you really feel, I guess. Okay, so we save it. And then let's save our workout. Now, I do personally like to record the cardio separate because remember on the very beginning screen where I had workouts and then cardio, I do like to document those again. So let's close that and then let's hit the plus sign and let's add cardio. It said 20 minutes. Let's say I ended up doing elliptical for 20 minutes. And I'm going to just go ahead and track it because I want to track everything and keep track of all my efforts. So I did 20 minutes, and you can put in all of this if you want to. Resistance, I say that I had to go up to, let's say I had to end up being on 14 resistance to get my heart rate up as high as I wanted it to be. You're just going to go ahead and hit done and end. Yes, I want to end. Stay consistent, and we've completed 6 cardios. And we close it. There we go. So that way we can be able to track how many times we've lifted versus cardio, and that's at the very beginning. So if you do like to see the workouts and then the cardio separate, and you see the green and the blue in the graph, it's because you're tracking them separately. So even though I put the cardio requirements inside the workout, you can record them separately, but that's completely up to you. You also have a messenger down here at the bottom if you ever need to communicate to me, if you have a question, if something was really causing you a lot of pain and you maybe want to know an alternative or what was possibly going wrong, feel free to communicate to me. I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. It's basically a solo team on this end, but I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. All right, so that is the app. If you do go into tracking your progress photos, I I have videos explaining the best way to do this in the month-to-month online training, and you can also see how you should take these, how to compare them, and so forth. So there's a lot of cool extra videos in there, but you could feel free just to kind of play around with that and upload them. I don't take your progress photos and take them and put them online. If I ever do need progress photos of my clients, I will ask for your permission, but I will never just take anything in this app. I don't just still. So it's all for you. All right. Well, ladies, that is the app. I hope you really like this demonstration of everything in here. I hope that makes you feel a little bit more comfortable on how to record your workouts, what you're looking at. That way you can focus on your workout in the gym rather than fiddling with the app. Let me know if you have any questions. Shoot me a message. Otherwise, best of luck with your workouts. Bye, ladies.